Good morning, I'm Samriddhi K.C. and these are the headlines of the hour. Teachers from community schools stage a Kathmandu-centric protest demanding professional security and career development, adamant about not returning unless education bill is implemented. Lawmakers demand a judicial investigation for the Tinkune incident, government delays on committee formation, police reiterates its efforts to stop the violence. US President Donald Trump announces a 10% global tax on all imports, prepares to impose custom tariffs on countries based on trade deficit. And Barcelona defeats Atletico Madrid by 1-0 in the second leg of Copa del Rey semi-finals, book their place to meet rivals Real Madrid in the finals. Teachers and staffs from community schools across Nepal have launched an indefinite educational street protest in Kathmandu, demanding the immediate enactment of the school education bill. The nationwide strike called by the Nepal Teachers Federation began yesterday, disrupting educational activities and raising concerns about the upcoming academic year. The teachers claim that they were forced to take to the streets to pressure the government and parliament into action. Notably, they have also boycotted the marking of SCA examination papers. The teachers' demand come at a time when the parliamentary winter session has concluded and the school education bill remains stalled in the committee. Despite the legislative hurdles, the teachers are intensifying their protest, aiming to exert pressure on all political parties. The significant number of participants in Wednesday's demonstration caused severe traffic disruptions from Baneshwar to Maitighar. Teachers have vowed to continue their protest indefinitely, raising concerns among students and parents about potential disruptions to the upcoming academic session and enrollment campaigns. The government, in response, has stated that it is taking the teachers' demands seriously and has urged them to call off the strike. However, the teachers remain resolute, insisting on immediate action to enact the school education bill. The State Affairs and Good Governance Committee of the Parliament has decided to summon Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak to seek information about the violent incident that occurred in Tinkune, Kathmandu on 28th of March. The committee's meeting held yesterday at Singha Darbar decided to call Home Minister Lekhak at 11 a.m. on the 4th of April to gather information about the Tinkune incident as informed by committee chair Ram Hari Khatiwada. During the meeting, lawmakers demanded the government's response, emphasizing that the issue should be prioritized since Parliament is not in the session.
अब आउने बैठक 22 गते 11 बजे समितिको अर्को बैठक बस्छ त्यसमा गृहमन्त्री ल्याएर त्यो घटनाको बारेमा यथार्थ जनताका बीचमा लाने गरी हामी गृहमन्त्रीलाई बोलाउँछौं भनेर तपाईलाई अनुरोध गर्न चाहे.
In the meeting, lawmakers demanded the formation of a judicial committee to investigate the violent incident in Tinkune. Pro-monarchy demonstrators were involved in violent vandalism, looting and arson. During the demonstration, 2 people, including a journalist, lost their lives. Lawmakers have demanded the formation of a judicial committee to investigate the truth.
राज्यको निश्चित मापदण्ड बन्नुपर्छ कि पर्दैन हामी कस्तो प्रकारको राज्य व्यवस्थालाई सिस्टमलाई विकसित गर्न चाहेनौं त्यसैले यो बेलामा म चाहिँ सरकारको गम्भीरतापूर्वक यसमा चाहिँ राज्य व्यवस्था समितिले नै ध्यान आकर्षण गराउनु पर्छ र चाहिँ सरकारले यस सम्बन्धमा चाहिँ समग्र छानबिनको लागि न्यायिक एउटा समिति बनाएर जानुपर्छ भन्ने आग्रह गर्न चाहन्छु.
आफ्नै भएको बेलामा आफ्नै प्रहरीले गरेको बेलामा चाहिँ नसमात्ने अनि अब चाहिँ छिटो भन्दा छिटो सरकारले ल्याउँछ समातेर ल्याउँछ भनेर भन्ने कुरा कसले बताउने यो विश्वास गर्नु गृहमन्त्री मान्य गृहमन्त्रीज्यूलाई बोलाउनु पर्छ अनि बल लैजानु पर्छ.
Lawmakers allege that Durga Prasad, who has been arrested, was released by the police. They expressed skepticism about the police's claims of a swift re-arrest, stating that there is no basis for trust. Nepal police have claimed that they were forced to use firearms during a program organized by a royalist group in the Tinkune area of Kathmandu on March 28th due to the group's criminal intentions. At a press conference held at the police headquarters yesterday, spokesperson Dinesh Acharya stated that the police had to resort to firing shots after receiving information that the pro-monarchy group had deployed criminal elements with the aim of seizing the airport and the parliament building. Police stated that the demonstrators had engaged in arson attacks on civilian homes and were preparing to set fire to media outlets and the airport's fuel depot, necessitating the use of minimum force. Police claimed that based on announcements made by the organizers from the event venue itself regarding the seizure and attack on leaders' homes, groups were deployed to loot the airport, private residences, the Parliament building and Bhatpateni supermarket. Police informed that 58 rounds of ammunition were fired to control the criminal activities, resulting in 20 injuries. Police have stated that those involved in the incident will face criminal charges and that the main accused Durga Prasad, who fled from the crowd, will also be arrested.
धेरै अगाडि त्यो ठाउँमा चाहिँ अब हामी गएर तोडफोड भनेपछि प्रहरी त्यतिखेर चाहिँ केही लेभलको सशक्तित भयो तर त्यही पनि प्रहरीसम्म मात्रै आउँछ भन्ने थियो तर यसरी व्यक्तिगत रूपमा व्यक्तिगत भएर तोडफोड लुटपाट आगजनी लगायतका जुन हिसाबका घटनाहरू भए ती घटनाहरू हुने भन्ने चाहिँ यो अलिकति कल्पनाभन्दा अलिकति बाहिरको घटना ठुलो धनजनको क्षति भयो अब त्यहाँनिर गएर तपाईँ भन्नुहोस् एयरपोर्टमा गएर ठुलो भयो अथवा चाहिँ जडीबुटीमा गएर त्यहाँ भएको तेलहरू सबै जडेर त्यो वरि ठुलै बस्ती नै सखाप हुने अवस्था भयो भने त्यो चिजहरूलाई नियन्त्रणमा लिनको लागि पनि त्यसमा प्रयोग गर्ने अवस्था हुन्छ।
According to the Ministry of Home Affairs, 40 houses in the Tinkune, Koteshwar and Jadibuti areas have been damaged. Efforts are underway to collect details of the damaged vehicles from the victims and relevant officers. 59 people have been arrested in connection with the incident and they are being investigated under judicial custody after obtaining court's permission. Meanwhile, the District Administration Office Kathmandu has recommended the government that each of the families of the deceased Suresh Rajak and Sabin Maharjan receive 1 million Nepali rupees in relief. Demands for a judicial inquiry into the violent incidents of arson and vandalism by royalist groups on March 28th in Kathmandu's Tinkune, Koteshwar and Jadibuti areas are being ignored by the government. These acts of violence against media houses, businesses, government offices and private residences are an attack on the federal democratic system. Despite Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli himself naming former King Gyanendra Shaha as the instigator, no action has been taken to hold him accountable. Questions rise on the silence of government in forming a judicial investigation committee to probe the extensive damage and bring those responsible to justice.
The pro-monarchy group's violent protests on March 28th resulted in 2 deaths and attacks on media outlets, including Kantipur Television. The government-owned Jadibuti company and private homes were set on fire. Bhatpateni supermarket and private residences in and around Tinkune and Koteshwar were vandalized, looted and torched. These atrocities by the royalist group are a brutal assault on the people. 129 individuals, including Nepal police, armed police force and protesters were injured in the incidents. Police have arrested 59 people in connection with the violence and investigations are ongoing. However, Durga Prasad, considered a key suspect, remains at large. While the ruling and opposition parties are publicly accusing former King Shah, the government has yet to form a judicial inquiry committee to investigate the truth.
गणतन्त्र र राजतन्त्र बीचको अलमल दोषारोपणलाई पनि चिर्न पर्छ त्यो भएको हुनाले हामीले चाहिँ हाम्रो पार्टीको धारणा विशेष गरेर न्यायिक छानबिन समिति गठन हुनुपर्छ यसले चाहिँ वास्तविकता के हो बाहिर ल्याउनु पर्छ भन्ने कुरा हो.
The Council of Ministers has directed the Home Ministry to investigate. Leaders from the ruling coalition are also demanding a judicial committee. However, the government states that the Nepal police is capable of handling the investigation.
व्यक्तिका निजी सम्पत्तिहरुमा आक्रमण भएको छ, तोडफोड भएको छ, लुटपाट भएको छ, त्यसमा हुँदाखेरि यहाँ अपराधिक कार्य भएको छ. त्यसको अनुसन्धान गर्न नेपाल प्रहरी सक्षम छ, भइरहेको छ. त्यसमा हुँदाखेरि यसमा त्यो भन्दा पर गएर हेर्नुपर्छ भन्ने मलाई लाग्दैन. र त्यो हिसाबले नेपाल प्रहरीले अहिले अनुसन्धान गरिरहेको अवस्था हैन. व्यक्तिले त्यहाँ गरेको तपाईहरुले पनि देख्नु भएको छ नि त. तपाईहरुकै कार्यालयमा पनि तोडफोड भएको छ हैन. त्यसो हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो तोडफोड भएको कुरालाई प्रहरीले अनुसन्धान गर्न नसक्ने, गर्न नपर्ने भन्ने भएन.
The Home Ministry is preparing to release finalized damage statistics from the Tinkune incidents of March 28th.
कति ठाउँमा क्षति भयो, कहाँ के भयो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हामीले संकलन गरिसकेका छौं. तपाईले यहाँले भने जस्तो त्यसलाई मोनिटरी टर्ममा त्यो मौद्रिक मूल्यमा कति बराबरको क्षति भयो भन्ने लेभलमा चाहिँ त्यो कुनै पनि घर त तपाईँको आगलागी भएर सबै भएको छ, त्यो घरभित्र कति सामग्रीहरू थिए हैन, ती सबैको एसेसमेन्ट गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। त्यो काम चाहिँ नेपाल प्रहरीले गरिरहेको छ अहिले।
The violent protests by the royalist group, which led to 2 deaths, arson, looting and vandalism, have instilled fear among the general public. With accusations flying on social media, the delay in forming a judicial committee to identify and prosecute those responsible has created uncertainty among citizens.
Welcome back. Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli has stated that the relationship between Nepal and Thailand has reached a new height. During a joint press conference with his Thai counterpart during his visit to Thailand, Prime Minister Oli expressed confidence that cooperation between the two countries will increase in areas such as culture, tourism, education and energy. He mentioned that discussions were held regarding further expanding the 65-year-old diplomatic relations and people-to-people ties between Nepal and Thailand. Prime Minister Oli expressed his belief that issues such as the Thai investment and trade in Nepal's tourism sector, including hotel businesses and aviation services, would receive priority.
Elevating our close, cordial and long-standing relations to a new height through meaningful cooperation in several areas, including agriculture, trade, investment, tourism, cultural exchange, and regional and multilateral cooperation.
Prime Minister Oli also extended an invitation to Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra to visit Nepal. During the press conference, Thai Prime Minister Shinawatra stated that they would increase investment and participation in Nepal's aviation and tourism sectors.
In the areas of tourism, culture, trade, industry, medicine, agriculture, and academic.
She also mentioned that Thailand is positive about increasing the number of Thai Airways flights to Kathmandu and establishing direct flights to Lumbini. Nepal and Thailand have signed various agreements and memorandum of understandings concerning cooperation in the fields of culture and tourism. The bilateral meetings and signing ceremonies took place at the government building in Bangkok during Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli's visit to Thailand. Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli, who is on an official visit to Thailand, and Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra also addressed a joint press conference. He mentioned that they discussed further expanding the 65-year-old diplomatic relations and people-to-people ties between Nepal and Thailand. According to the Prime Minister's Secretariat, Foreign Minister Arjurana Deuba signed the memorandums of understanding on behalf of Nepal. Likewise, on behalf of Thailand, Culture Minister Sudawan signed the Cultural Memorandum of Understanding, and Tourism and Sports Minister Soravong Tengtong signed the Tourism Cooperation Agreement. Moreover, an agreement was also signed between the Federation of Nepalese Chambers of Commerce and Industries and the Thai Board of Trade. Likewise, agreements were signed between the Confederation of Nepalese Industries and Federation of Thai Industries, the Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Council of Thailand. Agreements were also signed between Kathmandu University and Samyem University. Time for international update. US President Donald Trump has announced universal 10% tariffs on all imports into the US, which will go into effect on 5th of April in a watershed moment for global trade. Asian markets opened lower on Thursday as US futures trading also slid following the tariff announcement. Certain countries will be hit with steeper tariffs based on US trade deficits as high as 50%. These are likely to begin on 9th of April. Trump has said that the UK will have a 10% tariff on goods and the European Union's rate will be 20%. Trump also announced a 25% tariff on all foreign-made vehicles will begin from midnight local time. In his speech at the White House's Rose Garden, Trump called it Liberation Day and said it will start a golden age for America. Some world leaders have reacted with frustration and voiced concerns of an escalating trade war. Prime Minister Mark Carney said that Canada will fight U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs and countermeasures following Trump's announcement. Trump announced tariffs on Wednesday against major U.S. trading partners that were more aggressive than anticipated, sending shockwaves through global markets as investors worried their duties would stall the global economy, hit corporate earnings, and stoke inflation.
So, President Trump has just announced a series of measures that are going to fundamentally change the international trading system. Now, in doing so, he has preserved a number of important elements of our relationship, the commercial relationship between Canada and the United States. But the fentanyl tariffs still remain in place, as do the tariffs for steel and aluminum. As of this evening, the tariffs on automobiles will enter into force, and the U.S. has signaled that there will be additional tariffs in so-called strategic sectors, pharmaceuticals, lumber, and semiconductors. So we're in a situation where there is going to be an impact on the U.S. economy, which will build with time. In our judgment, it will be negative on the U.S. economy. That will have an impact on us. But the series of measures will directly affect millions of Canadians. We are going to fight these tariffs with countermeasures. We are going to protect our workers, and we are going to build the strongest economy in the G7. In a crisis, it's important to come together, and it's essential to act with purpose and with force, and that's what we will do.
That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.